Okay, so for week 2, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up a simple patrol script. So what patrolling is the idea of our enemy moving back and forth between 1 point or 2 points, essentially guarding that position. That just gets our enemies to move around a little bit without us having to actually encounter them and force them to move. Before we get into the actual scripting of this, we're going to need to add one of our enemy types, it doesn't matter which enemy, to either our base scene or our level scene. So this is kind of up to you which scene you want to work in. It doesn't really make a difference. I will say, however, working out of your base scene will eliminate the risk of other enemies coming in attacking you, because if we look into our level scene, there's going to be kind of a bunch of guys all over the place, depending on where you're starting your player at. I think mine's over here. I even have 2 wolves that might attack me right when I hit the play button. And that's going to make it kind of frustrating to test this stuff. So I would recommend using your base scene, but again, it's kind of up to you in this case. Once we have the scene picked out, we just need to add one of our enemies to the scene. So if you have enemies anywhere in your project, maybe from previous environments, maybe from the asset picker, up to you which enemy you use for this. We're just going to find one of our enemies somewhere in the scene, and then add that guy onto somewhere open in the level. What we want to do next is go to the or select that enemy we just added, and then find that add component button. And then in this little search bar at the top, we're going to type PatrolSimple, just like that. And that's going to pull up this new script button. If we click that, we'll see the name PatrolSimple appear. We're going to hit create and add. The last thing we want to do before we get into actually writing the code inside this script is go back to our assets folder in the project panel. And we want to move this PatrolSimple script that we just created into resources. And then inside resources, we want to move that into scripts. Oops. Sometimes it takes a second for Unity to gather its senses here. And then from inside scripts, we then want to move it into our created scripts folder. Just like that. Once you've got that done, go ahead and save your scene.